Before the ocean ever touched their skin, their fate was already sealed by distant empires that would never hear their screams. These villages lived by rhythm and memory, where land, family, and ancestors shaped every breath of existence. Children laughed freely, unaware that their names were already being priced in markets beyond the horizon. Far away, Europe expanded relentlessly, its hunger for wealth turning human lives into commodities. Traders arrived first with gifts, smiles, and promises that disguised the machinery of exploitation. Trust formed slowly, but greed moved faster, reshaping old rivalries into profitable violence. When raids began, they came without warning, ripping sleep apart with fire and steel. Families scattered into darkness, chased by men who knew every path and every hiding place. Those captured were bound tightly, bodies pressed together, fear replacing language. Parents reached for children, but violence tore them apart before words could be spoken. The march began inland, stretching endlessly across forests and scorched plains. Hunger hollowed their faces, and thirst cracked their lips as survival became the only thought. Anyone who collapsed was beaten or left behind, their bodies erased without ceremony. At night, chains sang softly, echoing sorrow beneath unfamiliar stars. Disease crept silently, feeding on exhaustion and despair. Each morning, fewer stood, and no one asked where the missing had gone. Weeks passed as landscapes changed, but suffering never did. The air thickened with salt, and the smell of rot reached them before the sight. Trees parted to reveal the ocean, vast and terrifying beyond belief. For many, this endless water marked the end of everything they had ever known. Then they saw the ships, floating like beasts waiting to be fed. Their size alone crushed hope, towering beyond imagination. Traders inspected bodies coldly, separating strength from weakness. Families were torn apart again, even after surviving the impossible. The weakest were discarded, deemed unworthy of profit. Iron brands burned flesh, marking ownership where identity once lived. The ocean rocked gently, indifferent to the suffering it was about to carry. Hatches opened, and darkness breathed upward from below deck. They had survived fire, chains, and the march, but this was different. As they were forced inside, they understood the truth. The journey had only begun.